Welcome everybody, and this is the 86th show. And for this show, we got a double dose of magic. And as you can see, we have to start off with our symbols, our words, our numbers, and all the nonsense that's going to follow. And today we've got a whole bunch of nonsense. And we're going to be able to see where the magic is hiding and maybe help some of the people to find out where it started from. It started a long time ago. But anyways, let's get into our first word, which is magic with a K. And the alphanumeric total of magic with a K when you put the letters according to the position in the alphabet equals 44. And 44 can give you a symbol, which is 2 squares, and that's your Islamic star. That's a symbol for magic. And then you have this one where you have magic with a C only, and that's represented by 2 triangles. And again, if you take the alphanumeric position of the word magic, it will equal 33, and 3 and 3 is 2 triangles, and inside of the 2 triangles you will find 666, and that's another gematria for the word witchcraft. Okay, so now we've done that nonsense. Let's go into the word magic with a K plus magic with a C. If you add the amount of letters inside those 2 words, which would you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and without the K would give you 5, that would equal 11. And 11 brings you back to the bottom of the tree of the Kabbalah and the beginning of magic. Okay, there you go. Okay, so let's continue. So 4 plus 4 equals 8. That is when it's reduced, it equals 8. And 8, if you add it to 6, which is your 3 and 3, it will equal 14. And 14, if you symbolically want to get to where I want to bring you, a 1 represents a circle because it has 1 surface, and a 4, as you know, represents a triangle. And what makes a circle, and not a triangle, a square, excuse me, a square. So what makes a circle and a square? Where that would take you a compass and a square. And if you take those 2, that's 11, well, you would have 22. You have 2 and 2, and that brings you back to 11 once it is reduced as 11 on top, 1, 1, 1, 1. Doesn't make sense, but it's through witchcraft that you can see this. Also very interesting, the letter H, okay, is the 8th letter of the alphabet, and the letter F is the 6th letter of the alphabet. And in French, that would bring you to homme et femme, which is man and woman. And a man is represented by this circle since it is attributed to A, the first letter of the alphabet, and femme is attributed to the 2nd letter of the alphabet, which is the moon, the crescent moon, because there's 2 points here. Okay, now why am I bringing this up, this nonsense? Because we have to go all the way back to the sun and moon, all right? As you can see, the sun and the moon was around for a long time, and this has to do with your pagan god Baal, all right? So very important, because we're going to go traveling through time, and we're going to see that this has been very important and has traveled through time, and this is why we are not evolving, because it's a one-trick pony show, and it's always the same thing rehashed over and over and over. That's why humanity is always stuck at the same place. So if we look at this, you have the sun and the moon. This is very ancient. You will find it here in the Catholic Church, as you can see the sun and the moon. You can see it better here, sun and moon, all right? If you look into some of the other expressions of this inside, let's say, statues of religious figures, you will see a sun and a moon, all right? Where we understand that's 1 and 2, okay? You can actually see it in Islam, where you have your 1 and 2. So this all goes back to our friend Baal here, all right? Okay, a long time ago, you have the sun and the moon, all right, in his horns here. Again, you can see it here, the sun and the moon, okay, moon. All right, and all that brings you back to your 1 and 2. All right, which is your Aleph Bet, and Aleph Bet in Hebrew equals father. That's the word father in Hebrew. That's the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet and the 2nd letter of the Hebrew alphabet. and it starts your alphabet. Aleph bet is a phonetic duality for alphabet, and it works with spells. And when you start understanding that they use the alphabet to create the spells in which everybody is trapped inside of sentences, which is a prison that usually prisoners have to go through, you're a prisoner of this witchcraft matrix. So here we go, the sun and the moon, which also secretly represents the O and the C for occult. You can see the sun and the moon represented through the Vesicae Pisces, well, number 2, 1 and 2. And let's go back, let's see our 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Anyways, okay, there's a lot of 1, 2s, all right? And it's actually, I should go back to this nonsense, like all this has followed us through our modern day governments. And you will see, this is the 4086 show, all right? So 44 and 33. And you can find this at your White House. There you go. Let's start counting windows, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta-da, all right? And the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, magic. And then you have your 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, that's magic, all right? So you have your magic that's been following us ever since the beginning of time. And this is how they sort of communicate with each other, the wizards and the witches. They sort of put it in architecture, religious symbols and stuff like that, but you are not supposed to know that. Okay, so we went through the sun and the moon, and you can actually find it still in religion. If you go at St. Peter's Church and you look up, you will see inside the dome itself, you will see the sun and you will see the moon. If you probably, as you approach it, not if you're standing right underneath it, but I think you can see it. You see the moon and you can see the sun. All right, so here you go, sun and moon represented inside of the structure. And this is very important. It's underneath a dome, and the word dome is sort of like a way of saying dominance, dominion, all right? So they dominate you, and we have it here in our, in the United States. You have the dome itself, and lo and behold, without any surprises, you will find the sun and the moon as well, okay? That's your 1 and 2, and it brings you back to your father. It brings you back to number 12, which is very important, the 12 months, the 12 hours of the day, the 12 apostles, the 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 imams inside of Islam. It's all there. It's a one-trick pony show, and as you can see, it started all the way back in Egypt, where you have the sun and the eagle here, but you can secretly see the moon, as you can see the moon here, just as you see it right here, the sun and the moon. It's just recreation of the same 1 and 2, and you can actually see it on the back of your dollar bill. This nonsense can be seen over here. So this is being the sun, brightness. So there you go. It's a one-trick pony show, I should say a 1 and 2 trick pony show, but it's been going on for years and years and years, and this is why humanity has not evolved, because we are under magic and we are under spells created by the Aleph bet. There you go. That's it for today. Have a great day.